A married couple who worked as fishmongers lived in a tenement house. As the husband, Katsugoro, was drinking and falling asleep as usual, his wife asked him to go to work. He was rudely woken up in a bad mood and got angry at his wife. His wife explains that they can't survive unless he goes to work. Katsugoro eventually gave in to her pleas and reluctantly went to work. As he carried a bucket full of fish along the cold morning beach, Katsugoro thought to himself, "I wish I had never become a fishmonger. It's early in the morning and fish spoils quickly if left out." However, when Katsugoro arrived in town, he found that not a single store was open. Apparently, his wife had accidentally woken him up an hour too early. Katsugoro was in a bad mood again. Katsugoro has finally lost interest in work and decides to slack off at the beach. He finds something lying in the grass. It looks like a wallet. Katsugoro cautiously opens the wallet and finds an unbelievable amount of money inside. Katsugoro immediately returned home and enthusiastically began to tell his wife the whole story. He was overjoyed that he would no longer have to work for a while, but his wife felt sad. Katsugoro invited his friends over for a party. He thought to himself, "What a lucky man I am." His wife was deeply disappointed to see her husband like that. Katsugoro was completely drunk and fell asleep. As her husband Katsugoro is drinking and sleeping as usual, his wife asks him to go to work. He is in a bad mood after being woken up and gets angry at his wife. She explains that they can't make ends meet without him going to work. "If I had the wallet I found yesterday, I could get by for a while," he says. His wife replies, "You didn't find that wallet." Katsugoro's face was gradually growing paler. He thought that he had had such a pathetic dream because he drank alcohol every day, and he felt ashamed of everything about himself. He promised his wife that he would change his attitude and get a job. So Katsugoro changed his attitude and started working hard. He prepared fish at a set time every morning, gave up his favorite alcohol, and gradually became a fishmonger who was well regarded by the people of the town. 2 years later, the business was successful, the couple was wealthy, and they were able to renovate their old house. One day, Katsugoro's wife began to tell him that she had something important to tell him. "Don't get angry, listen to me," his wife said, and Katsugoro replied, "It's okay." Then, his wife gently took out her wallet. Katsugoro had seen that wallet before. Yes, it was the very wallet that Katsugoro had found in a dream 2 years ago. While crying, his wife began to explain the reason. "If you live using the contents of a lost wallet, you will become a thief." 2 years ago, his wife had secretly turned the wallet into the police. 2 years later, the owner had still not shown up, and the wallet was returned to his wife. Katsugoro told his wife that he was grateful to her for guiding him, a drunkard, onto the right path. His wife had prepared some very expensive sak for him in appreciation of his hard work. He was so happy at his wife's kindness that he picked up a drink for the first time in 2 years. Just as he was about to drink, a thought suddenly occurred to him. "I'll stop drinking. It seems like I'm going to end up dreaming again."